Advice, go get a life or maybe get a job or something. Pack it up and head back home, tell everybody I was bluffing. Or maybe I'll just get out my head and focus on what I know's coming. Yeah. Cause I can't fall asleep at night without seeing my dreams. Delusion and reality, I'm somewhere in between. These voices in my head get loud and they keep telling me that I'm a fool for trusting in these wings. But maybe, baby, this what flying feels like. 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 Yeah. Maybe all my exes is drinking themselves crazy tonight. Maybe I should call and say, told you I'd be right. Wondering how long it was before you realized the biggest mistake of your life, and now you're paying the price. Oh, is it confidence or confusion? Either way, I feel like I ain't never losing. Your opinion of how you know just what I'm choosing. I gotta do this, cause I can't fall asleep at night without seeing my dreams. Delusion and reality, I'm somewhere in between. These voices in my head get loud and they keep telling me that I'm a fool for trusting in these wings. Well, maybe, baby, this what flying feels like. 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 Maybe, baby,
Instead of paying for some big-name spokesperson, Kasasa Checking gives that money back in cash rewards. In fact, it just bought me this cup of coffee. See how that works? Amazing! Free checking, cash rewards. Take back banking with Kasasa.
We guarantee nobody else gets you closer to the action than our exclusive coverage. So give me a call, Brian Skoronsky, and let's make you a part of the game.
WBCO.
Pizza lovers, get ready to satisfy your cravings like so is this neighbor explosion. How long are you going
Instead of paying for some big-name spokesperson, Kasasa Checking gives that money back to you in cash rewards. In fact, it just bought me this cup of coffee. See how that works? Amazing! Free checking, cash rewards. Take back banking with Kasasa.
We guarantee nobody else gets you closer to the action than our exclusive coverage. So give me a call, Brian Skoronsky, and let's make you a part of the game.
75.
Back here on WBCO, Jared Moore alongside Anthony Conchel as we have the Colonel Crawford Eagles hosting the Seneca East Tigers. Here, boys matchup here tonight on WBCO. Thanks for tuning in. Seneca East with a record of 5-1 overall, 3-1 within the conference. Colonel Crawford at 6-2 and 3-1 as well within the N10. They lost to Cary last week, 35-31. Seneca East beat Buckeye Central 51-29. So Seneca East coming off of a win. Only one loss on the season, but Crawford looking to kind of avenge that loss last week to Cary and kind of get things rolling here towards the new year.
Right. I haven't seen either team play, but, you know, Seneca East has Lucas Bordner. He's their leading scorer, a little over 17 points per game. And they've got Blake Foose, who, as most people know, just a great all-around athlete, football player, baseball player. He adds about 9 points and 5 rebounds. He's always a factor, it seems like, in any sport that he plays. And then for Crawford, you know, you got your go-to guy in Trevor Vogt. He's kind of the engine that drives the Eagles train, if you will. 15.5 points, about 6 rebounds a game. But it's always that question with Colonel Crawford, who's going to step up and be that second person, that third person? We saw it last year. And we've seen sophomore Payne DeGray, the big fella inside. We saw him as a freshman, and I really like the way this kid's developed. He's averaging 12 points, 11 rebounds, takes up a lot of space inside. He's a real factor. They've got other athletes, Ryan and Connor McMichael. All these kids' names are familiar if you follow Colonel Crawford football. And the same for Seneca East. Lucas Hicks, Luke Mason. No shortage of good athletes on both teams.
Yeah, and they have won 19 straight games against Seneca East, 28-2 all time. So you have to date back quite a bit for Seneca East to have a win here over Colonel Crawford.
Absolutely.
Is it this gym is the question.
Right, and Mac Morrison Gym, as we know, is a tough place to come in and get a win against Colonel Crawford anytime.
All right, so with that, we're going to take a timeout for the national anthem. We'll come back with tonight's starting lineups. And first quarter action here from Colonel Crawford. It's Seneca East, Colonel Crawford. That's coming up next here on WBCO and the OH Report.
Presentation by Meadow House, a freshman at Colonel Crawford High School, a member of the concert choir.
Gymnasium here on the campus of Colonel Crawford High School. Jared Moore here on WBCO alongside Anthony Conchel and the OH Report as well. And thanks for tuning in here tonight for high school basketball. And Anthony, I know there's an Ohio State game going on tonight, but a great crowd on hand as always here at Colonel
Absolutely,
Crawford.
and the junior varsity kind of helped out the cause with a 63-23 win over Crawford.
Yeah, they
a little bit of a running clock in the second half, so we're going to tip off here right about 7:15 or so that'll help.
Yeah, a nice early start, and thanks to the Colonel Crawford JV team.
Yeah.
All right, so kind of just ran through our keys of the game there in the pregame, and then now we'll go ahead and give tonight's starting lineups. First for the visiting Seneca East Tigers. They're led by a 6'2 forward, number 0, Aiden Hines. A 5'9 sophomore guard, number 3, Luke Mason. A 6'2 senior forward, number 5, Caden Fritz. A 6'1 junior guard, number 12, Lucas Bordner. And a 6'4 senior forward, number 24, Lucas Hicks. Now for the home, Colonel Crawford Eagles. They are led by a 5'10 junior, number 3, Logan Goddard. A 6'2 senior, number 5, Trevor Vogt. A 6'2 junior, number 23, Caden Bruner. A 6' senior, number 25, Ryan McMichael. And a 6'5 sophomore, number 33, Payne DeGray. For Seneca East, they are led by Anthony Langhurst as their head coach, which you don't see this very often, Anthony. He's in a tie. I mean, you don't see that a lot anymore. It used to be where the coaches would wear a whole suit and tie, and most of them kind of stick to the zip-ups and the polos. And
Yeah, I've seen a couple of guys with ties this year. Maybe it's coming back into
fashion. I know my day they had the suits and everything, and the coaches would rip off those suits and start sweating about 5 seconds in.
Well, there's a good reason David Sheldon is in a short-sleeve Colonel Crawford polo, because the way he sweats, there's no way he could get through even a quarter with a suit and tie on.
Yes. As Anthony mentioned, Colonel Crawford led by head coach David Sheldon.
That's 300-plus wins and counting for Coach Sheldon, and he's got quite a program here. Mac Morrison, the historic old-school facility. Sometimes it's crowded and hot, and it's different than some of the new gyms that you see. So I was at Pleasant the other night with a new gym and Winford's new gym. Nice to kind of get a throwback to Mac Morrison.
All right, so it'll be Ryan McMichael and Lucas Hicks at center court. Seneca East, all black uniforms, orange numbers and trim. Colonel Crawford, the home whites with the yellow numbers, and the tip-off goes to the Eagles. And a quick half-court trap, but they'll get out of it to Payne DeGray. Back to Vogt, double team comes once again. They'll lob it over to Caden Bruner. It's taken away, and left of the rim will be Lucas Bordner laying it in. And Seneca East takes the lead. 2-0 here, 20 seconds into the game.
Boy, Bordner was quick-handed to get that and take it to the house.
So Vogt lobs it over to Goddard, top of the key. Goddard lobs it to Payne DeGray, right elbow, back to Goddard, left wing. Goddard takes one bounce, now finds Bruner in the corner. Bruner ball above his head, lobs it into Payne DeGray, left block, kicks it back out. Goddard, right point over to Vogt. Far side corner to McMichael. McMichael double teamed in the corner. Seneca East playing aggressive defense here so far, right out of the gate.
They certainly are. They're all over Colonel Crawford.
High on the right will be Vogt over left wing to Goddard. Goddard just looking. Now takes one dribble and then bounces it one hand. High on the right over to Vogt, who drives towards the right wing. Kicks it in. Far side corner to Bruner. Leaves it short on a three. Ryan McMichael, offensive rebound inside. On the block, goes up and is short again. Payne DeGray, offensive rebound. Put back up and in for Payne DeGray.
Good job by Crawford on the glass that time. Bruner and DeGray, two of their big guys, hitting the glass. And I think that's what they're going to have to do. They're going to have to control the inside. Pretty good matchup here.
2-2 tie here with 6:30 to play first quarter. Far side corner blocked on a three by Trevor Vogt, and a foul inside on the rebound attempt as Luke Mason let it fly. It was blocked by Trevor Vogt, but on the rebound, Trevor Vogt commits the foul. Or actually it'll be Payne DeGray, excuse me, as Vogt was the one getting the block. They'll inbound it from the right side. Here's Bordner, 10 feet out on the baseline. He'll find it out. Hines a three, and missed off the front side, and Payne DeGray there to corral it for Crawford. Quickly pushing it up is Trevor Vogt across the timeline. Inside, middle of the paint, jump stop, and a charge.
That was a good call.
Second turnover for the Eagles. You can see aggressive nature here by Seneca East.
Yeah, they're not going to give Colonel Crawford anything easy. At this rate, we could have a first team to 30 wins because Crawford will play good defense as well.
They average giving up 17 turnovers a game. Colonel Crawford only 10 turnovers a game.
Keep an eye on that stat as we go.
And this one's knocked out of bounds by Payne to Gray. And the one thing, we see the couple of offensive rebounds by Crawford, and that comes from that aggressive defense where they're out closing out on the edge, and inside Crawford has the taller guys to go and grab it. So it'll be Hines on the right wing with 5:52 to play here, opening quarter, tied at 2. Hines hands it off out to Hicks. Hicks stops at the volleyball line, feeds it right wing over to Fritz. Fritz in the corner to Hines, works his way towards the wing, hands it off to Bordner on the right wing. Bordner double team, lobs it inside, and off the glass, no good. Ball slapped around as Fritz was there to miss it, and Payne DeGray was there to get his third rebound here of the game.
Yeah, I was going to say, Payne's already asserting himself inside. Big sophomore, 6'6".
2-2 tie. Trevor Vogt left wing, lobs it over to Goddard in the near side corner, guns a three, and an out. Ball slapped around and into the hands here of Bordner for Seneca East. Quickly ahead, Bordner working on the wing, stops, fakes the shot, kicks it top of the key. This will be Lucas Hicks driving left of the lane, stops, spins around. Out left point to Luke Mason. Mason slows it up here for Seneca East with 4:55 on the clock, still a 2-2 tie. Mason driving left of the lane, stops on the block, turns around, feeds it out to Hines. Hines left elbow, now far side corner, pulls it back out, picks up his dribble on the wing, and now as it's slapped around, he'll go retrieve it in the backcourt. Hines quickly pushing it up the floor, now stops on the right wing, out to Fritz on the right point, top of the key, Fritz stops, turns, feeds it, Mason, right wing, a three, way off the mark off the left side, and there's Payne DeGray once again for the rebound for Crawford. Still a 2-2 tie with 4:25 to play here, opening quarter. Seneca East and Crawford. Vogt lobs it inside. Payne DeGray, block up and too strong off the glass. It'll be Bruner inside with the offensive rebound, turns around and kicks it back out to Goddard. A lot of contact inside, but no foul. As Vogt bounces it to Bruner, who will hand it right back to Vogt. Once again, Payne DeGray powers his way inside off the glass and in. Payne DeGray has all 4 of Crawford's points here. They have their first lead of the game with 3 minutes and 50 seconds to play here, first quarter. 4-2 is the score.
Jared, I'm just noticing there are only 2 players on Seneca East bench who are in game uniforms. I think they've only got 7 kids dressed to play. And one of them's not Blake Foose, so I don't know what's going on there, but keep an eye on that.
And going up and blocked is Fritz, but it falls right into the hands here of Lucas Hicks, who lays it in from front of the rim. Got the offensive rebound and ties this game at 4. Trevor Vogt hurries up the floor, lobs it over to the far side corner, knocked out of bounds. Last touch by Lucas Bordner. And subbing in here is Keno Roofing for Seneca East. Yeah, not a lot dressed here for the Tigers.
We were kind of in a rush during the warm-up, and I didn't really notice that, but they're not very deep tonight, so that could be a factor as well.
Yeah, looks like they'll go 3 deep on the bench. Crawford, on the other hand, they got a host of Eagles over there. Baby McMichael, right elbow extended, feeds it Goddard into the corner. Rainbow 3, leaves it short again. And skying up and grabbing it is Fritz here for the Tigers. Pushing it up the floor with Bordner. Step back 3, leaves it short as well. And Goddard tracks it down in the corner here for Colonel Crawford. Slow moving here so far. Actually, a quick pace game, I should say.
Yeah.
But slow moving on offense. But there's Trevor Vogt, drills a 3 and the foul. Trevor Vogt's first 3 points. It's 7-4, 2:39 to play here first quarter.
I was looking for the replay on the OH report. I wanted to see that. That was, oh, we don't have it. I'm sorry. Okay. I misspoke. But anyway, that was a deep 3 from the top of the key and a foul. So chance for a 4-point play for Trevor Vogt.
Vogt, free throw, good. He's got 4. And it's 8-4. Colonel Crawford doubles up the lead on a 4-point offensive possession.
Yeah.
It'll be Luke Mason feeding Bordner on the left wing. Bordner hands it off. No, he'll fake the handoff. Now passes it out right wing to Mason. Mason between the legs, working on Trevor Vogt. Mason gets a screen there from Roofing. Now stops, turns, feeds it out to Hines. Hines working, hands it off to Bordner. Bordner, top of the key, driving right of the lane, jump stop, tries to get it inside the Fritz. It's knocked out of there and into the hands here of Ryan McMichael of Colonel Crawford. Trevor Vogt pushing ahead. Stops, splits through the defense. Up, no good, but a foul. And Trevor Vogt, once again, back-to-back offensive possessions where he'll head to the free throw line with an 8-4 Crawford advantage. 2:03 remaining here in this first quarter. And the official giving Coach Sheldon say, you got to stay back a tad.
Vogt with 5. Coach Sheldon says, I'm sorry. Crosses his hands and kind of looks on.
Second free throw missed after Vogt makes the first. Offensive rebound inside by Ryan McMichael, who passes it out to Trevor Vogt on the wing. Kicks it high on the right. And this will be Jacob Cochran. Cochran, top of the key, stops, lobs it inside. Trevor Vogt lays it up and he's short on the oop, and he may have gotten hit going down. And Bordner working his way up the left side of the floor here for Seneca East. Stops, turns, feeds it inside. Nice pass inside to Aiden Hines, who lays it in from right of the rim. Hines' first 2 points, and it's 9-6. Colonel Crawford with 1:20 to play here in the opening quarter. Right elbow, and tipped, almost taken away. Yes, taken away here by Luke Mason. Driving, blocked by Payne DeGray. Into the hands of Trevor Vogt. Vogt up the right side, stops on the elbow, and he leaves it off the left side of the rim, no good. Defensive rebound here by Hines of Seneca East. Stops on the wing. Fakes the three, now feeds it over to Mason in the corner. Mason pulls it back out high on the right, now top of the key. Mason bounces it over to Hines. Hines on the right wing, fires a pass inside, and laying it in is Caden Fritz.
That's twice they got nice looks inside and good passes.
Fritz with his first 2, and there's 40 seconds to play here in the opening quarter, and we got a 1-point game. Colonel Crawford leading 9-8. It'll be Cochran from the wing. Lobs it over, far side corner to Vogt. Lobs it back to Cochran on the right point. Cochran trying to throw it over to Vogt. It's tipped for a second, but back into the hands of Trevor. Payne DeGray kicks it out to Cochran, top of the key. Stops at the free throw line, loses his footing, but finds Vogt on the right point, who leaves it off the left side, no good. Connor McMichael grabs the offensive rebound here for the Eagles with 8 seconds left in the quarter. Ryan McMichael, left wing. McMichael drives to the elbow, floats it up, off the heel, no good. Offensive putback, no good by Connor McMichael. And that takes us to the end of the first quarter, where Colonel Crawford leads 9-8 after 1 quarter of play. You're listening to high school basketball on WBCO and the OH Report.
This is Dr. Tom Britton. On behalf of my staff at Clubview Vision Center, I would like to
Instead of paying for some big-name spokesperson, Kasasa Checking gives that money back to you in cash rewards. In fact, you just bought me this cup of coffee. See how that works? Amazing! Free checking, cash rewards. Take back banking with Kasasa.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2,
Top of Seneca East. It was a very fast-paced quarter there. I mean, Anthony, it's 7:24.
Yeah.
I mean,
don't jinx it.
yeah, no, not at all. Not at all. Second quarter set to start. Colonel Crawford led by Trevor Vogt with 5, Payne DeGray with 4, Hines, Fritz, Bordner, and Hicks all with 2 for Seneca East. Seneca East with the basketball to start the second quarter. Right away, they'll leave it off the heel. Does Caden Fritz. There's Goddard to clear it out for Colonel Crawford. To McMichael. That'll be Ryan McMichael. Trevor Vogt, Caden Bruner, Payne DeGray, and Logan Goddard on the floor for Colonel Crawford. Left point. Here's Bruner. Bruner looking, still holding up top. Now finds Trevor Vogt here in the near side corner. Back to Bruner at the free throw line. Stops in the middle of the paint. Leaves it off the right side, but there's Payne DeGray
again.
Offensive rebound, put back up and in. He's got 5 rebounds, 6 points. And he's at the free throw line for a chance at a 3-point play. And subbing in here for Tigers is Lucas Hicks and Lucas Bordner. Hines along with Roofing sub out.
You remember last year, DeGray was that kid that got in late in the game and get a couple of rebounds and a foul here and there. He has really come along as a sophomore this season.
Yeah, he's taken that role of what Jacob Matty was a year ago.
Absolutely.
Makes the free throw. And now it's 12-8. Payne DeGray well on his way to possibly a double-double, as it's too strong here for Luke Mason. And there's Goddard once again to clear it out for the Eagles. Ahead is Trevor Vogt, working right wing. Feeds it Goddard left point. Goddard back high on the right over to Vogt. Vogt, ball above his head. Now decides to dribble, working on Luke Mason. Lobs it back over to Goddard on the point. Goddard back to Trevor Vogt. Just kind of playing a two-man game here and keep away. They find Bruner in the corner, who spins around and tries to kick it out top of the key, and it's taken away by Luke Mason. Mason stops at the top of the key, lets it fly, and he can't connect either. And here's Ryan McMichael once again grabbing the rebound here for Colonel Crawford. Very poor shooting performance so far by both teams. And
I've got Crawford with 14 rebounds and Seneca East with 6 so far.
And that's been the key so far here to this game. And one and done for Seneca East. And Payne DeGray says we don't need an offensive rebound right now. He just lays it in.
Payne with 9. They've got no answer for the big guy inside right now.
And Coach Langhurst is going to take a timeout. We'll take one as well. 14-8 our score. 6:09 to play here, second quarter. You're listening to high school basketball on WBCO and the OH Report. Colonel Crawford 14, Seneca East 8 with 6:09 to play here, second quarter. Seneca East with the basketball coming out of the timeout. Colonel Crawford a little bit of a spurt here to start this second quarter.
Payne DeGray with 9, Seneca East with 8. Last year when Payne would come in, Coach Sheldon referred him as the puppy. He's a full-grown dog this year.
Are you saying he's got that dog in him?
Saying he's become a pretty good basketball player and a football player as well.
And he's a great football player as well, yes. Finally, Seneca East finds some offense, and it's Lucas Hicks laying it in from left of the rim. He's got 4, and it's 14-10.
The one thing they're doing well is that little
give and go
pass, and they've gotten 6 points that way.
And they've gotten some points off of turnovers as Lucas Foy finds his way into the game for the first time here tonight. He'll hold it top of the key, right point over to Vogt, back left point to Lucas Foy. Foy back to Vogt, right point, guns a 3, leaves it short again. Both teams leaving it short quite a bit as Bordner clears it out here for Seneca East, stops, kicks it over, and we're going to have a foul inside. Looks like this will go against Logan Goddard. First foul for Crawford of the quarter.
Keep in mind, neither team has played for a while. Sometime that rust and shooting
with the
touch,
Christmas.
Yeah, the break and everything. Sometimes your shooting touch isn't quite what it is when you're playing every 2 or 3 days.
Mason to get it in. He has to hurry. Finally finds Hicks.
Of course, when you played, you always had your shooting touch, I was told.
Oh, my goodness. We don't
want to go there.
You don't want to go there. And I won't tell you where I played either, so nobody can look up my stats. Firing a 3 is Mason, but an offensive putback inside, no good by Hicks. Gets a second offensive rebound and pulls it out. Does Lucas Hicks. 14-10. Colonel Crawford leading, 4:50 to play here, first half. Mason stops, feeds it Bordner, drives, left elbow, extended now, stops, turns, feeds it out to Hicks. High in the middle of the floor towards the logo to Mason. Mason between the legs, driving towards the left elbow, spins into paint. He'll feed it back out to Fritz, who shovels it over right wing to Hines. Hines kicks it back out high on the right side to Luke Mason. Between the legs, free throw line extended out to Hines. Right wing, back to Mason. Great defense so far here by Colonel Crawford, keeping everything in front.
It's that hallmark of David Sheldon. Play good defense and everything else will take care of itself.
Mason thought about a deep three, drives left of the lane, floats it up, blocked by DeGray, but a foul. I'm assuming this would be on the body from Lucas Foy, as DeGray had a clean block, and it was on Lucas Foy. That'll be second foul of the quarter. Lucas Foy with his first. 4:07 to play here, second quarter. Mason's first is good. He's got his first points of the night. Obviously his brother Isaac, a sharpshooter here for Seneca East. But Luke holding his own as well with 10.4 a game.
Yep.
Second one drains it. Luke now with 2, and it's 14-12, Colonel Crawford, and a little bit of a 4-0 run here by the Tigers, who trail it by 2 with 4 minutes to play in the half. Foy bounces it over high on the right to Vogt. Vogt working up top. 1-3-1 defense here by the Tigers. They'll lob it out to McMichael. It'll be Connor McMichael stepping on the baseline. And that would be the fourth. Do you have 4 turnovers for Crawford?
I do have 4.
But Travis Berardi has 5, but we can duke it out later.
We'll just say 4.5. We've got 3 of us keeping stats. One of us will be right most of the time, and the others will pick up the slack.
Which ones look the best?
Whoever, yeah. They're all unofficial anyway. That's how we say it.
Roofing, left point, feeds it over to Hines, right wing over to Mason. Mason to Hicks, stops, takes one dribble, feeds it back out Mason, left elbow extended. He picks up his dribble, now back to Mason, right point. Mason working on Trevor Vogt. And he'll feed it to Hines, who he'll fake the handoff. Stops on the right wing, tries to find the corner to Roofing, and it's knocked out of bounds by Trevor Vogt.
Roofing 6'5", he gives them a little more size inside to kind of neutralize DeGray and Bruner and some of the other bigs for Colonel Crawford.
As Hicks will head to the bench. Fritz to check it in, and it'll be Bordner who steps on the sideline and turns it over. Now, how many do you have for the Tigers? I have 2. And Travis Berardi has 2. So we're all at 2.
It's unanimous.
3 minutes to play here in the half. Vogt turns around, was open for a second, now kicks it to Goddard on the left wing, who tries to bounce it on the baseline to Payne DeGray, and there is Caden Fritz to knock it out of bounds in the corner. This could be a troublesome spot for any team to inbound it from. It'll be Cochran bouncing it in, and it'll be taken away by Roofing. Quickly ahead is Mason. Gets a screen from Roofing, bounces it back in there. He goes up strong. He leaves it too strong. Ball slapped around and out of bounds. Last touched by Colonel Crawford. .241 left here in the second quarter. Crawford clinging to a 2-point advantage. They lob it in Bordner. Bordner spins, blocked by Vogt, but a foul. Oh my. I don't know about that one.
I think David Sheldon and Trevor Vogt and most of the folks here thought it was all ball, but the officials saw otherwise. It sounded like the ball, but then again, who knows?
Trevor Vogt picks up the second foul, his second. And the first free throw is good here for Lucas Bordner. I don't know.
Looks like Ryan McMichael going to give Trevor a little breather here with 2.5 minutes
May
to
sit
go.
for the rest of the half.
Probably
just
so.
hold those fouls. They're going to need them for the second half, and we got a tie game now. Bordner with 4. And tied at 14 with 2:35 to play here in a half. It'll be Cochran over to Connor McMichael, high on the left. Connor takes 2 dribbles to the left elbow, find his brother Ryan on the right block, turns around and is fouled. Both him and Roofing kind of slipping on that block. The Tiger faithful want a travel, but
we've got superhero night apparently here at Colonel Crawford with the student section.
Yeah.
Batman, Superman, Hulk, a bunch of them.
I'd say, and still working on the Marvel series, I am, so.
Okay.
It'll be Cochran feeding it over to Connor McMichael on the right wing. Connor back to Cochran.
2 minutes
Feeds
to
it
go.
over to Ryan McMichael, left point, takes 1 bounce, feeds it back to Cochran on the corner. He'll skip it all the way left block to Connor McMichael, lays it in from front of the rim. Connor McMichael. (16-14), Colonel Crawford with the lead. Fritz back out to Mason, top of the key. 1:38 to play here in the half. Mason stops, hands it off, far side corner, and leaving it short here is Hicks, and it's picked up by Ryan McMichael of Crawford. In the corner, Goddard guns a 3, airmails it. Backside rebound by Payne DeGray. He's blocked. Ball slapped around, and a foul here against Colonel Crawford. And it will go against Payne DeGray.
2 on him, and he'll sit the remaining minute and 21. So if you're Seneca East, you might be able to make a little run. You've got Vogt and Payne DeGray both sitting on the sidelines.
But the Eagles hold a 2-point lead with 1:15 to play here in the half. What has been a dandy of a ball game so far. Low scoring affair, but great defensive game. Bordner driving his foul.
Logan Goddard was just hounding him and finally got the foul. Good defense, but he got called for a foul.
That is his second as well, and the team's 5th, so now we're shooting free throws. Lucas Bordner at the line, shooting 2.
Bordner, just a junior.
First free throw, and an out. By the way, do you like the new free throw rules? I know we've kind of made our way almost halfway through the season.
I don't know. The idea that it was going to speed up the game, I'm not sure it's happened. I'd like to talk to some coaches once the season's over and kind of get a good feel for what they think about it.
16-15 now after the made free throw by Bordner. He's got 5, and his team still trails by 1 with under a minute to play now, 50 seconds left in the half. It'll be Cochran out to Goddard, high on the right. Goddard. Ooh, almost got away with a travel there. Yeah, he did get away with a travel.
He did get away with one. Ball got knocked out of bounds. 42.4 left in the first half.
Lucas Foy subs in for Jacob Cochran with 42.4, as mentioned. Foy high on the left. Here comes the trap towards half court. Lucas Foy and a timeout by Coach Sheldon.
Coach Sheldon, heads up play there, get his guy out of trouble.
We'll take a timeout as well. 37 seconds left in the half. Crawford with a 1-point advantage. We'll be right back. (16-15). Colonel Crawford leading with the basketball and 37.2 seconds on the clock. You got a score update for us.
Got one quick one. Upper Sandusky 23, Bucyrus 14 after a quarter.
They'll lob it into Foy in the backcourt. With 33 seconds on the clock, into the front court, here comes Foy. Over to Vogt, back into the game with 2 fouls, but with under 30 seconds remaining as well. Foy back out to Vogt, high on the right. One thing he's got to worry about here is getting a charge.
Yeah.
As Foy at the logo, double team to Ryan McMichael. Top of the key. 8 seconds left here in the half. Ball slapped in the air for a second. Trevor Vogt picks it up and is fouled with 4.3 seconds on the clock. 3 fouls here on Caden Fritz for the Tigers, and that's just the 3rd team foul. And into the game comes Jake Bowerman. McMichael to Vogt, near side corner, 2 seconds. Shoots it up and airballs it, and that takes us to the end of the half. Colonel Crawford leading Seneca East by 1. It's 16-15. Stay tuned for the Ohio News Network halftime show. We'll come back and recap the first half as well. 16-15, Colonel Crawford leading Seneca East at the half. You're listening to high school basketball here on WBCO and the OH Report.
Instead of paying for some big-name spokesperson, Kasasa Checking gives that money back to you in cash rewards. In fact, it just bought me this cup of coffee. See how that works? Amazing! Free checking, cash rewards. Take back banking with Kasasa.
We guarantee nobody else gets you closer to the action than our exclusive coverage. So give me a call, Brian Skoronsky, and let's make you a part of the game.
This special audio-only presentation of Boys Hoops this evening brought you free thanks to our generous sponsors, Sutton Bank. Earn a cash reward of your choice for doing simple activities with Kasasa. First Federal Community Bank, banking locally just got a little easier. And Burkhart Farm Centers, farmers serving farmers. We also want to thank the folks at WBCL, WQEL, Crawford County Now for joining with us for this audio-only broadcast this evening. When we come back, the guys will have the halftime report brought to you by Burkhart Farm Center right here on the OH Report.
Instead of paying for some big-name spokesperson, Kasasa Checking gives that money back to you in cash rewards. In fact, it just bought me this cup of coffee. See how that works? Amazing! Free checking, cash rewards. Take back banking with Kasasa.
We guarantee nobody else gets you closer to the action than our exclusive coverage. So give me a call, Brian Skoronsky, and let's make you a part of the game.
16-15 here, getting ready to start the third quarter. Anthony, why don't you go ahead and you want to run down some stats real quick?
Why don't you do the scoring since you've always got that?
All right.
I'll talk about the others.
Payne DeGray leading all scorers with 9 points. He has 6 rebounds as well. Trevor Vogt with 5. Connor McMichael with 2. That's it for Colonel Crawford. Seneca East, although they're trailing by 1, they have more scoring, at least from multiple people, but not as many points, obviously.
Between 2 and 4 points.
Aiden Hines with 2, Luke Mason with 2, Caden Fritz with 2, Lucas Bordner with 5, and Lucas Hicks with 4.
The one stat that stands out a little bit is rebounding. I've got them 16-8 in favor of Crawford, and 6 of those belong to Payne DeGray.
All right, so we start the second half here. It'll be Colonel Crawford with the basketball, and almost a turnover, but a foul here against Lucas Bordner. That will be his first, team's first, obviously, here just 9 seconds into the third quarter.
Yeah, a few players with 2 fouls and one with 3. That's Fritz, I believe.
Colonel Crawford with Goddard and Vogt. Payne DeGray also with 2 fouls apiece. And now we will have, looks like 3 seconds. Or did he touch the ball from coming out of bounds, it looks like?
I don't know, he's talking to Coach Sheldon, getting an explanation. Well, either way, it's Seneca East basketball.
And either way, Coach Sheldon isn't pleased. (16-15). Colonel Crawford leading, 7:30 to play here, third quarter. It will be Fritz holding on to the basketball, finds Bordner underneath, reverse laying up and in. He's got 7. Seneca East on top, 17-16. And I actually heard Coach Sheldon saying, look for the back door.
Yeah.
And Seneca East did it anyway. Bruner trapped in the corner, tries to lob it out, and it's knocked out of bounds by Bordner.
You said it in the first half, that little give and go has worked very nicely for Seneca East, and that's at least the 4th time that they've got a basket out of it. So they're going to keep going to it until Colonel Crawford figures out a way to, deflect the pass or stop it.
It'll be Bruner on the wing, looking for someone. Now finds DeGray up top. And DeGray says, what am I doing out here?
Yeah. A little out of your territory, big guy. He's back in the blocks.
Yeah. Vogt backs his way towards the left wing, lobs it inside, and it's taken away by Lucas Hicks. That'll be the 6th turnover here, or 7th, for Colonel Crawford, who trails 17-16. Seneca East with the basketball, 6:40 to play here, third quarter. Bordner, left wing, lobs it inside to Hicks, turns around and lays it in. Lucas Hicks with 6.
Suddenly it's
Seneca East with their largest lead.
Going inside.
19-16, 6.5 to play, third quarter. Vogt walks it up the floor into the front court. Between the legs, right wing, bounces it over to Bruner. Bruner takes one dribble, stops, looking for someone, skips it over, left wing to Goddard, top of the key to Vogt. Vogt, jump stop on the block, kicks it near side corner. Bruner tries a 3, he can't connect. Ball tipped around, and it will be a foul here against the Tigers. And it will go against Lucas Hicks, their second foul of the quarter. Lucas Hicks picks up his first.
Some Seneca East fans behind us and to our left aren't real pleased with that call.
Yeah.
Vocalized it to the official.
Right wing Bruner bounces it on the block to DeGray, goes up, fouled, and misses the shot. But Payne DeGray to the free throw line. That'll be 3 fouls already here in this third quarter against the Tigers.
Yeah. And again, with a deeper bench, I think Colonel Crawford can afford some guys with fouls. You look down here, we've only got eight total players dressed for the Tigers. They really got to be careful.
First free throw good there for Payne DeGray. He's now in double figures with 10. Caden Bruner to the bench. Lucas Foyt into the game. Payne DeGray's second free throw drills it. He's got 11, leading all scorers, and it's back to a 1-point game. 5 minutes, 45 seconds to play third quarter. Seneca East leading Colonel Crawford 19-18. Top of the key, Hicks fakes a 3. Stops right inside the free throw line, lobs it up and misses. But he's fouled by Payne DeGray, who picks up his third foul. Free throw, good. It bounces off the front and in for Lucas Hicks, who ties Seneca East as Lucas Bordner for the team high with 7. Make it 8 for Lucas Hicks. He'll sub out in favor of Keno Roofing.
Coach Sheldon opting to keep DeGray in the game with 3 fouls, so keep an eye on that as Seneca East tries to exploit that.
5.5 to play third quarter, 21-18. Seneca East with the 3-point advantage. Goddard tries to tie it off the left side, way off the mark. Ball picked up off the floor by Hines of Seneca East. Ahead comes Mason. Mason stops on the right elbow, lets it fly. He can't connect. Roofing offensive put back up and in for Keno Roofing. We got a timeout. 5:07 to play here, third quarter. It's Seneca East 23, Colonel Crawford 18. We'll be right back.
Crazy tonight. Baby, I should call and say, told you I'd be right. Wondering how long it was before you realized the biggest mistake of your life, and now you're paying the price. Oh, is it confidence or confusion? Either way, I feel like I ain't never losing. Your opinion of my, you know just what I'm choosing. I gotta do this, cause I can't fall asleep at night without seeing my dreams. Delusion and reality, I'm somewhere in between. These voices in my head get loud and they keep telling me that I'm a fool for trusting in these wings. But maybe, baby, this what flying feels like. Maybe, baby, this what flying feels like. Maybe, baby, this what flying feels like. Maybe, baby, this what flying feels like.
For over 70 years.
Trevor Vogt misses a 3 out of the timeout. Just nothing falling for the Eagles, who trail 23-18. They'll lob it inside to Bordner, and it's picked off by Ryan McMichael from his free safety spot. They'll have it right point. Fakes the pass into the corner, stops at the free throw line, turns and shovels it back to Vogt. Vogt bounces it over to Foy, and it's knocked out of bounds by Bordner. Stays here with the Eagles with 4:20 on the clock here, third quarter. Seneca East leading 23-18.
Yeah,
Colonel Crawford, a little bit of a shooting slump here.
Yeah, that last few minutes before the timeout, they were just not doing anything right, and Seneca East was getting it inside for good baskets. So
Foy double teamed and walks.
Oh.
And Sheldon is beside himself.
I think that's about 8 turnovers for Crawford, roughly.
Yep.
We're all in agreement on that. Well, we're in sync, even though the Eagles are a little bit out of it right now. Hopefully they'll get things turned around and tighten this game up.
Hines hands it to Bordner at the logo. 3:50 to play here in the third quarter. Bordner, he may have gotten away with a walk, but he misses the lay-in anyway.
He walked twice.
Kind of a little Euro step there in the lane. Trevor Vogt picks it up top of the key, driving left of the lane, jump stop in the middle of the floor, lays it up and in from right to the rim is Trevor Vogt. He now has 7, and it's 23-20. Colonel Crawford trailing by 3, but Vogt puts it back to within a 1-possession game. Hines to Bordner. Bordner hands it back over to Hines on the right wing, to Mason high on the right. Holds the basketball. Gets a screen from Roofing. Now feeds it back over to Fritz inside, who gets the roll. Caden Fritz now with 4, and it's 25-20. Seneca East on top. Vogt, right wing, jump stop. 10 foot out. I don't know if it was a shot or if he tried to lob it to DeGray, but nevertheless, DeGray is blocked from behind. Mason, baseline, and pulls it back out and is fouled by Trevor Vogt.
3 on Trevor. Who got that block?
I couldn't tell inside. There's a lot of bodies in there.
Yeah.
I want to say that it was Roofing, but I'm not 100% sure.
Roofing or Bordner, mixed up.
So they'll inbound it from the far side. 25-20, Tigers on top. And lob it into Mason. Vogt went for the steal. Now the Tigers have numbers. Hines, corner 3. And it's off the backside, no good, but Roofing inside with a rebound and travels.
Roofing did a good job positioning and getting the rebound, but then he traveled. Again, the Seneca East fans not in agreement.
25-20 still the score. Jacob Cochran into the game here for Colonel Crawford. So Ryan McMichael on the wing. McMichael, he's got to take a bounce. He finally does. Drives to the free throw line, bounces it over to Goddard on the left wing. Goddard stops on the right wing. Back to Cochran, almost taken away, and a foul. Here against Aiden Hines.
Hines with his second.
Team's 4th. So one more foul, and Colonel Crawford will shoot some free throws here in the third with 2:03 left in this third quarter. Things starting to get a little tense here at Mac Morrison Gymnasium as Vogt has it left wing. Bounces it inside, tipped around, back into the hands of DeGray. DeGray to the block, picks it up, and is fouled. And they will be shooting free throws now. That'll go against Keno Roofing.
Yeah, Roofing got his hand in there. I thought he was going to get a steal for a second, and then on the second reach in, he got part of DeGray's body.
So 1:51 left here in the third quarter, and now Colonel Crawford shooting free throws the rest of the way. And Payne DeGray gets the lucky bounce. Roofing subs out, Caden Fritz in. Ryan McMichael to the bench as well here for Colonel Crawford. His brother Connor replaces him. For Colonel Crawford, it's DeGray, Connor McMichael, Jacob Cochran, Logan Goddard, and Trevor Vogt. Payne DeGray makes both free throws.
Nice touch for the big guy.
25-22, back to a one-possession game.
He has 13.
There'll be Mason and a timeout by Coach Langhurst. We'll take one as well. 1:42 left here in the third quarter. It's Seneca East 25, Colonel Crawford 22. Listen to on WBCO and the OH Report.
Back here at Mac Morrison Gymnasium at Colonel Crawford High School, the Eagles trail Seneca East 25-22. 1:42 to go in the third quarter.
Seneca East with the basketball. It'll be Mason, Hines, Fritz, Bordner, and Hicks on the floor. Mason over right side to Hines. Working on Cochran. Now feeds it back out to Mason, middle of the floor. with 1:20 to play here in the third quarter.
Seneca East taking their time, Jared.
And he's got a count, and he finally feeds it over to Bordner. High on the left, Bordner stops, left wing, fadeaway three. Just didn't look right from the get-go, and it falls off the side, no good. Payne DeGray with another rebound. He has 8. Trevor Vogt to Cochran on the left wing. Taken away by Luke Mason, and Luke Mason is fouled. That'll be the third foul. So Seneca East will inbound it from the near side. It'll be Mason high on the right. Mason drives, lays it up and in. Got the roll. Luke Mason with 4. 5-point advantage for Seneca East with 40 seconds left here in the third quarter. Vogt lobs it over to Cochran, who kicks it in far side corner to Goddard. Down on the block to DeGray. To Connor McMichael, who's blocked for a second. Gets it. And before that, he walks. Or no, there's a foul on Payne DeGray.
That's 4 on Payne.
McMichael would have had an easy lay-in.
Well, the young fellow's still learning the game. He's got 13 points, but picks up his 4th foul and has to sit down.
With 15 seconds remaining here in the third. Bordner, middle of the floor with 8 seconds left in the quarter. On the right wing, Bordner, timeout.
Yeah, he went to his knee and he called a timeout. A heads-up play there with 2.8 seconds to call the timeout.
27-22, 2.8 on the clock here, third quarter. We'll be right back. (27-22), 2.8 on the clock. Seneca East on top with the basketball here, third quarter. They'll inbound it, and McMichael takes it away at the buzzer. Heaves it 3/4 court, nowhere close, and that takes us to the end of the third quarter, where Seneca East has a 27-22 lead here after 3 quarters of play. You're listening to high school basketball on WBCO and the OH Report.
Instead of paying for some big-name spokesperson, Kasasa Checking gives that money back to you in cash rewards. In fact, you just bought me this cup of coffee. See how that works? Amazing! Free checking, cash rewards. Take back banking with Kasasa.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2,
On WBCO, 27-22, Seneca East on top, start of the fourth.
Quick out-of-town score, Upper Sandusky leads Bucyrus 38-27, but Malachi Bayless has become the all-time leading scorer with 11 points in the first half.
Bordner leaves it short on a 3 to start the fourth. Connor McMichael gets the rebound here for the Eagles, and we'll have an immediate foul here against Luke Mason on the other end.
Well, McMichael and Vogt and some others going to have to pick up the rebounding slack with the big fella on the bench, Payne DeGray.
McMichael to check it in here to Vogt. Vogt high on the right, picks up his dribble and finds McMichael at the free throw line. Stops, turns it, and feeds it to his brother Connor. Steps into the lane, back to Ryan McMichael. Jump stop, back to Vogt. Right point, bounces it into the corner to Goddard. Back left wing to McMichael, Connor McMichael that is. He'll jump stop and feed it over to Cochran on the wing. Cochran stops at the free throw line, lobs it over. Ball loose on the floor, picked back up by Cochran. Cochran trying to get out of trouble and travels.
9th turnover for Colonel Crawford. Things not going well for the Eagles, and give the Tigers credit. They're doing a lot of things right and putting pressure there in the backcourt to get the turnover.
27-22, Seneca East on top with 7 minutes remaining. Right wing, and it'll be Hines to Hicks, top of the key, lobs it into Fritz, underneath the basket, finds Mason in the corner, but he throws it out of bounds. 6 turnovers now for Seneca East.
Coach Sheldon calling out the instructions for what he wants to run. Boy over to Vogt.
Vogt, top of the key, lobs it over into the corner to Goddard. Goddard double teamed in the corner, finds Bruner. Right block extended, has it stripped and taken away by Lucas Hicks. With 6.5 to play. Seneca East on top by 5. Right wing, Hicks drives, stops, turns around, feeds it Mason. A 3, got it! Luke Mason has 7, and it's 30-22. Is that our first made 3 of the game? Second made 3.
So first for Seneca East, I believe, yeah.
Vogt splits to the defense, foul and the basket. He's got 9, and it's now 30-24. Payne DeGray will sub back in. Big guy comes in, Caden Bruner, Lucas Foy sits down. Free throw up and in for Trevor Vogt, now in double digits with 10.
30-25.
With 5:45 to play in the game. They'll bounce it over to Hines. Hines working his way high on the right, driving right of the lane, goes up, lays it in.
Hines drove right where Payne DeGray was, but DeGray had already stepped out a little bit because, you know, they're going to go right after him.
And then Payne DeGray on the other end lays it in from left of the rim. He's got 15, and it's 32-27. 5:15 left here in the game.
10 turnovers to 6 unofficially.
Near side corner. Hicks thought about a 3. Now picks up his dribble on the wing, looking for someone, and now Coach Langhurst takes the timeout.
The official was standing about 1.5 feet in front of Langhurst, so he screamed at him and he got it.
We'll take one as well. Under 5 to play now in the game. It's Seneca East 32, Colonel Crawford 27. You're listening to high school basketball on WBCO and the OH Report.
Maybe mom and dad were right when they told me this wouldn't be nothing. Maybe I should take their advice, go get a life.
32-27. Seneca East leading with 4:55 left in the game. They have the basketball coming out of the timeout. They'll feed it into Bordner high on the left. Bordner hands it off to Hines at the volleyball line. They'll hand it off right wing to Fritz. Kind of just keeping it along the perimeter, running up some clock. Bordner from the right point, drives to the free throw line. Step back, Jay got it. Lucas Bordner with a step back too, and it's 34-27. Under 4.5 to go. Bruner, far side corner. Double team. Bounces it to Payne DeGray on the block. Dribbles it off of Lucas Hicks' foot out of bounds. Still a 34-27 advantage here for the Tigers with 4:15 left. Goddard to Vogt. Vogt in the near side corner. Now on the right wing. Working on Bordner. Baseline underneath the basket, and he's shoved and fouled. With 4:01 on the clock. Team's third foul. It'll be Bordner's second. So 2 more fouls. Crawford set to shoot some free throws. Vogt lobs it in to Payne DeGray. Power dribble inside. Too strong off the front of the rim. Ball loose on the floor, picked up by Aiden Hines. Mason jogs it up the right side of the floor here for the Tigers. Gets a screen from Hicks. Now working left wing. Stops left elbow extended. Turns around. Jumper. Rattles it home. Luke Mason with 9. And the lead is now 9 for the Tigers. Vogt to Goddard. Rainbow 3. No good. And we will have a foul here against Colonel Crawford on the rebound by Lucas Hicks. That'll be the first foul of the fourth quarter for Colonel Crawford.
It's 4 on 4.
Connor McMichael will sub in here for Logan Goddard with under 3.5 to play.
I'm sorry, I said 4. That was
Vogt, 4 on Vogt, yes.
I'm sorry. I said 4. I don't know why.
They'll get it across the timeline to Fritz to Roofing. Roofing drives inside. Ball loose on the floor. Out of bounds. Last touch by Colonel Crawford. 3 minutes, 11 seconds left in the game. Seneca East leading 36-27. Mason lobs it in to Hines, who leaves it high on the left to Mason. Mason driving up top, working between the legs, driving right of the lane, lobs it, alley-oop, too strong for Caden Fritz, and it's last touched by Connor McMichael out of bounds.
No, Jared, it was 16-15 at halftime. They've outscored them 20-12 so far in the third quarter and into the fourth.
With 2:56 remaining.
Yeah.
It's been a strong second half here for the Tigers. To Mason at the volleyball line. Vogt can't foul. Mason recognizes it. Floater good. He's got 11, and it's an 11-point lead. And now kicked out of bounds by Bordner. What a fourth quarter here for the Tigers. Lucas Hicks subs in for Keno Roofing. Seneca East leading 38-27. Looking to hand Crawford their second league loss in back-to-back games. Bruner tries a 3, way strong. Backside rebound, blocked out of there. Payne DeGray by Lucas Hicks, but we're going to have a foul. His second and the team's fourth. Payne DeGray makes the first free throw. He's got 16. Keno Roofing subs in for Caden Fritz.
Cut it to 10. Nick just cut it to 9, but 2.5 minutes remaining.
He does make it a 9-point advantage, or disadvantage, I should say, for Crawford, but Seneca East still leading by 9, 38-29, 2:25 to go. It'll be Hicks in the far side corner. Somebody's shoes on the floor, and we'll have a quick equipment timeout.
I think McMichael lost his shoe. And the shoe was laying there for a second. The official spotted it.
Yeah. So they were basically right on top of the shoe. So for Colonel Crawford, it is Cochran, Ryan McMichael, Connor McMichael, Payne DeGray, and Caden Bruner. Now it'll be Logan Goddard subbing in for, they got
six guys on the floor. DeGray comes out.
Fritz to get it in to Hines. Towards the left corner, Hines picks up his dribble, lobs it to Mason underneath the basket. Mason is fouled. Tackled out of bounds.
I think Cochran may have gotten him.
It'll be on Goddard, his third.
Poor Goddard, they're both in the vicinity. But yeah, things are, Colonel Crawford's just out of sync is about the best way to put it right now.
2:11 left in the game. They lob it into Bordner. Bordner at the volleyball line. Top of the key. Drives left of the lane. Blocked and fouled. I think it's going to be on the floor, though. 2:07 left.
4 on Goddard. DeGray and Trevor Vogt standing here next to the scorer's table to check in.
The official does say it was on the floor. They thought it was. Yeah, officials sort that out. Finally find Fritz out to Mason. Mason will be fouled. But this is who you want at the free throw line. Still one more foul to give, though. Right? Yes.
Mason 5'9", just a sophomore.
Yeah, his brother a little bit taller than him. Inbounded to Hines. Hines turns around and is fouled. Now we'll be shooting free throws. With 2 minutes left here in the game. Seneca East leading 38-29.
You got Mason with 2 rebounds and 3 steals to go on with 11 points. So nice game for him so far.
Hines a clutch free throw. He's got 5. Both Connor McMichael and Jacob Cochran sub out. So on the floor for Colonel Crawford is Trevor Vogt, Caden Bruner, Ryan McMichael, Payne DeGray, and Logan Goddard. Hines' second free throw, got it. He's got 6, 40-29. 11-point advantage with under 2 to play now in the game. Vogt stops, top of the key, lets it fly for 3 off the right side. Ball clings off the rim into the hands of Payne DeGray, who rolls it in, and Coach Shelton takes a timeout. With 1 minute and 50 seconds left in the game, it's Seneca East 40, Colonel Crawford 31. You're listening to high school basketball on WBCO.
Got DeGray with 19 and 10 right now.
How long?
You're drinking.
40-31, a minute 50 to play here in the game. Colonel Crawford trailing, by 9. Seneca East with the lead.
Upper Leesview Cyrus 56-34 after 3 quarters, so that one looks to be well in hand for the Rams.
A minute 50 seconds left here. Full court pressure by the Eagles as expected. Mason gets it across into the front court. Mason dribbling up top, still hands it off to Hines. Hines is fouled high on the left. And he'll head to the free throw line. And really for Seneca East here, Anthony, it's just a matter of making your free throws and you're going to seal the deal.
Yeah, I thought maybe the foul situation was going to hurt Seneca East with a bench not as deep as Colonel Crawford, but it's been Colonel Crawford with foul problems, turnovers, and just sort of out of sync, just not playing their game after halftime, really. The whole second half has been pretty much what Seneca East has wanted to do, so give them a lot of credit. Coming in here to get a win is not easy, as we said earlier. Officials are talking about something. Coach Langhurst kind of chuckled at the officials, so it couldn't have been anything too serious involving the Tigers. They've got a 9-point lead.
First free throw missed here from Hines. There is a minute 36 left in the game. Second free throw, got it. Hines now with 7. 41-31. Trevor Vogt off the inbounds. Cut off before he could get across half court. Lobs it to McMichael. McMichael stops, top of the key, kicks it over to Bruner, right wing, a 3 for Bruner. Off the mark once again. Payne to Gray, though, battling inside, blocked out of there. Ball loose on the floor. Into the hands of Brian McMichael, underneath the rim, turns around, and we have, do we have a timeout or a 3-second call?
Timeout Crawford. Officials talked about it. Coach Langhurst and the Seneca East fans are a little bit displeased, but that's the call they made.
41-31, a minute 12 to go. We'll take a timeout as well. To go. Seneca East leading. Colonel Crawford with the basketball underneath their own basket. They'll feed it to Bruner, and we have an immediate foul. We'll say Coach Langhurst has a much calmer demeanor than a lot of the fans here.
Yeah, he does.
Kind of settles his players down, says it's okay. First one good for Caden Bruner. That's his first point of the night. Both teams only have one timeout apiece. The second free throw missed. Hicks clears it out for the Tigers. And Luke Mason is fouled. Still Tigers leading by 9. 41-32, a minute 4 left. And a little conversation here at the scorer's table.
Vogt and DeGray. Check back in.
Mason's first is good. He's got 12.
Pretty clutch staring into the Colonel Crawford student section and make that free throw.
I have Seneca East making 11 out of 13 free throws.
I'm not keeping that stat, so okay.
Make it 12 out of 14. Mason now with 13. 43-32. Seneca East with the lead. Foy up top. Lobs it over to Vogt on the left wing. Now he'll try a three, and it clangs off the heel, no good. Gets his own rebound, tries again, can't make it as well. And another foul.
Thought he may have been fouled a little bit on the first one, but nothing was called.
Ryan McMichael's second foul, and we're already past the 5-foul mark for both teams, so why keep track anymore, right?
Yeah, it doesn't much matter. 45.2 left in the ball game and an 11-point lead for Seneca East. And look, they were both tied for second place coming in. You knew it would be a good ball game. Give Seneca East a lot of credit here.
45.2 on the clock. First free throw is missed. Second free throw here for Aiden Hines, and it rattles in. He's got 8. The majority of those coming from the free throw line.
Yep.
It'll be Ryan McMichael to Bruner on the wing. Bruner loses it for a second, picks it back up, stops, lobs it over to Ryan McMichael, driving inside McMichael, turns around, bounces it to Bruner, right wing, a three, block, into the hands of Payne DeGray, goes up, out, and the basket. Makes it a 10-point game, but with 25.7. It'd almost take one heck of a miracle here for Colonel Crawford to pull this off.
And you look, Vogt with 4 fouls, DeGray with 4 fouls. That's been not the entire story of the game, but certainly a part of it.
So it'll be Payne DeGray from the free throw line, and he drills it. He's got 22.
He checks out.
(44-35). Seneca East with the lead, trying to get it in, and a 5-second call. That'll be the 7th turnover. Foy to lob it in. Finds DeGray, goes up, got it from right of the rim. Payne DeGray makes it a 7-point game. And they'll inbound it to Luke Mason with 17 seconds on the clock.
No fighting Colonel Crawford.
Yeah. Continues. But really here, it's a 3-possession game already.
Yep.
Luke Mason makes the first. He's got 14.
Pretty nice performance for him.
Second one, good. He's got 15. 46-37. Foy to Vogt. A three. Got it. Coach Shell takes the timeout with 9 seconds. It's a 2-possession game. We'll be back. Back here on WBCO in the OH report, 46-40. Seneca East leading with 9 seconds remaining in the game. They will have the basketball out of the timeout. Full court pressure, obviously, here by Colonel Crawford. Hicks to inbound it. They'll inbound it to Hines, and it's out of bounds off of the Tigers. 8 seconds on the clock, and it'll be Colonel Crawford basketball.
Sheldon sends Vogt into Gray back in for McMichael and Cochran.
Till the last second.
Yeah.
Vogt, they got to get it off. It's Foy with 5. Blocked. Bordner to Hicks, and it's all over.
46-40. Seneca East pulls off an upset here at Colonel Crawford.
In a place that's rare to win, the Tigers pull it out, 46-40. They hand Colonel Crawford back-to-back losses. 46-40. We'll come back and wrap this one up on the postgame show right after this.
Instead of paying for some big-name spokesperson, Kasasa Checking gives that money back to you in cash rewards. In fact, it just bought me this cup of coffee. See how that works? Amazing! Free checking, cash rewards. Take back banking with Kasasa.
We guarantee nobody else gets you closer to the action than our exclusive coverage. So give me a call, Brian Skoronsky, and let's make you a part of the game.
Tonight's Northern 10 Hoops matchup brought to you live and free on the OH Report, this special audio game. Thanks to our generous sponsor, Sutton Bank. Earn the cash reward of your choice for doing simple activities with Kasasa. First Federal Community Bank. Banking locally just got a little easier. And Burkhart Farm Center, farmers serving farmers. We also want to thank the fine folks at WBCO for commentating on tonight's stream. We'll take another break. When we come back, our first Federal Community Bank MVP.
Instead of paying for some big-name spokesperson, Kasasa Checking gives that money back to you in cash rewards. In fact, it just bought me this cup of coffee. See how that works? Amazing! Free checking, cash rewards. Take back banking with Kasasa.
We guarantee nobody else gets you closer to the action than our exclusive coverage. So give me a call, Brian Skoronsky, and let's make you a part of the game.
Time now for our first Federal Community Bank MVP. It is Seneca East sophomore Luke Mason, a team-high 15 points. He was 6 of 6 from the free throw line as the Tigers are off the schneid for the first time in quite a while. They broke a 19-game losing streak, and they did it on Colonel Crawford's court. First of all, congratulations. Just what does this win mean to you guys? I mean, this is only the third time ever you've beaten them, and you break a long streak.
It feels great. We all grew up watching Crawford versus Seneca East. We get smoked every time, but it's great to get this win at their place too.
Absolutely, and you know, it was close. They were up 1 at the half, but then you guys really just pulled away in the second half. Just what were some of the adjustments made at the halftime break for you guys to do so?
We didn't rebound well in the first half, so Coach told us to rebound better. We did. We had great rebounders: Keno, Aiden, Luke Hicks. They rebound. Fritz, he rebounded really well. We were told to be aggressive, take shots, don't force things though. Run our sets. We just did things right at the second half.
You guys 6-1 now, 4-1 in the Northern 10. You had a close loss to the leaders in Cary. You'll get them again, though. Just what are some expectations for this year? Because you guys are off to a really great start.
We want to keep things rolling, keep winning, try to stay healthy, get Blake back. That'll be great. Our expectations are trying to be contender for the league champion. I mean, we could be up there. We just got to knock some people off. It'll be tough games. This league is tough, very tough. Every team's good.
Well, it was a tough win for you guys, but you pulled it out 46-40, and you're moving on still in the race. Finally, as always, you want to look in the camera, give anybody a shout-out. Go for it.
I just want to shout out the team. It's it was a great win, and I want to shout out my family for coming and supporting.
There you have it. Tonight's First Federal Community Bank MVP, Luke Mason, a team-high 15 points. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Back here in the Burkhart Farm Center post-game show, where Seneca East gets a huge victory at Colonel Crawford, breaking a 19-game losing streak. They had not won a game in conference since joining the Northern 10, since the Northern 10 actually formed. They had never beaten Colonel Crawford, only the third ever victory, so a very big win for them, 46-40, as we take a look at the final statistics brought to you by Burkhart Farm Center. 14 twos, 1 3, and that was from Luke Mason. 17 rebounds, only 9 turnovers, which was big in this one, and they were 15 of 18 from the free throw line. They hit pretty much every shot down the stretch from the charity stripe. That helped them pull away. As for Colonel Crawford, 11 twos, only 2 threes. Out-rebounded Seneca East, but Seneca East was able to pull it out. Only 10 turnovers, 19 fouls, and they were 12 of 14 from the line. Individual scoring for both squads tonight. First for Seneca East, Mason finishes with 15. 8 points for Aiden Hines, 4 points for Caden Fritz, 9 points for Lucas Bordner, 8 points for Lucas Hicks, and 2 for Keno Ruffing. As for Colonel Crawford, 13 points for Trevor Vogt, 1 point for Caden Bruner, 2 for Connor McMichael, and a game high 24 points for Payne DeGray. Score by quarter, Crawford 9-8 after 1, 7 all after in the second quarter for a 16-15 halftime lead. But then Seneca East started to pull away 12-6 in the third to make it 27-22. 19-18 in the fourth for the 46-40 final. Seneca East will now head up to Cedar Point tomorrow. They'll take on Margaret in the Cedar Point Jingle Bell Jam. While Colonel Crawford back here tomorrow night, they will take on Clyde. Want to thank everybody that helped make things possible tonight. Josh Stallings, as well as Anthony Conkle from WBCO on the call. Want to thank Sutton Bank, our scoreboard sponsor, First Federal Community Bank, our MVP sponsor, and Burkhart Farm Center, our pregame, halftime, postgame sponsor. Also want to thank Sutton Bank, our commercial sponsor. Want to thank Coach Bruner and the athletic department here for Colonel Crawford for allowing us to bring you this audio stream this evening. And most importantly, we want to thank the OHSAA for allowing us to be out here tonight to stream this to you, the fans, for free. Seneca East pulls off the 46-40 victory over Colonel Crawford to stay a game back in the Northern 10 race. For the WBCO crew, Madeline Zazzuto also, she'll have a highlight of this. We'll have an audio highlight coming out later tonight or tomorrow afternoon. But for all of us, I'm Travis Berardi saying so long from North Bloomfield Township.